Hello everybody, welcome to Totally Tabled. My name is Shaggy, and today I'm doing a full solo playthrough of Confusing Lands. Confusing Lands is an 18-card tile laying game. It's super simple and quick, and so I'm just gonna play the game and teach it as I go. You wanna shuffle up the deck and then flip over the top card. All the cards in the deck should be on their landscape side, so when you flip it over, it's gonna go onto the scoring condition side. Every card has a unique scoring condition. And this here, in this cloud, that's going to be the scoring condition that we start with for this game. Now, all 18 of them are here in the rule book. You're going to want to keep that handy until you've kind of learned what all of these do. But this is number 9. So we can see this is Valley Guardians. So this is saying that each of our crystal spaces will score 2 points. That little sun symbol is points. For each mountain space that is exactly 4 spaces away from it. Okay, so that might be a tough one. We're going to have to work hard to get that one to work. We now start the game by drawing the top 2 cards into our hand. And we're going to pick one of these to play, and the other one we're going to discard. Now we can either play it on this side, or we can play it on its scoring condition side. Okay, so this one's interesting. This is called Town Center. At the end of the game, if we have this one in our tableau, we'll pick exactly 1 crystal, and we'll get 3 points for every one of these town spaces that is within 3 spaces of it. That's tempting because we do want to be placing crystals out. This one is Shaded Streams. Each of our river spaces will score 4 points for each forest space it flows past. And actually, there's one right here. That would be 4 points right there. This is a nice card because it has a bunch of crystals on it. I think I'll just go ahead and take this card. We're going to discard this one. And then this will just go into the map that we're building. This card, this scoring condition, is not going to be part of our map, but any other scoring conditions that we add will be. Now, after we've picked which card we want to play and discarded the other one, we then go to the top of the deck. We discard that top card, and then we get this one to place out. And once again, we can either play it on this side or flip it over. And, ooh, look at this. This scoring condition is Ancient Relics. We'll score 4 points for each crystal space that is neither near nor in the same row or column as another crystal space. Being near something just means being adjacent to it, both orthogonally and diagonally. I think we can make this work. So we're going to play it on this side. Now, when you're playing your second card and here every additional card, you have to cover at least 1 space. I can't just put it next to it like that. I have to at least cover a space from a card that's already out. I can't tuck underneath. And when you have these scoring conditions out, you can't cover up that scoring condition with another card. And of course, you have to respect this grid pattern. So I can turn this however I want, but I can't like do it halfway. It's got to be fully on these squares. So I'm thinking of doing something. Oh, see, but we're going to be in the same. If we do it like that. So here, if we do it like this. Nope. Oh, man. I could do it like that, though. And now all 3 of these crystals are not near each other, and they're in a different row and column. So each of those at this moment will score those 4 points. So that's 12 points just right there like that, if I can maintain that. And then if we can get a mountain in here somewhere, boom. We want it to be exactly 4 spaces away. Whew, that's going to be hard. And there we go. That's like the end of a round. So we go to the next round where we draw 2 cards and pick one and discard the other one. We're just going to keep repeating that until we have 8 cards out here forming our map. Now, it's always good to look at the scoring conditions. Now, here's the thing. You don't want to necessarily have too many scoring conditions because for every scoring condition you put onto your map, you lose 10 points. And so you want to make sure that these scoring conditions are scoring you more than 10 points, or else it's not worth putting them out. Okay, so this left card here, that is Forest Spirit. That means we'll score 8 points for each of your elk spaces that is near 3 or more forest spaces. Definitely not what we're doing. And then number 15, that's the Great Prairie, will score 2 points for each space in your largest group of connected empty spaces. Now that's interesting because we kind of have one here already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could be worthwhile. And there's a mountain on it. Now what's the other side look like? Ooh, another crystal and 2 mountains. Okay, so we need to figure out if we can, like, if I could get these mountains so that they were 4 away, that would be pretty cool. I mean, like, if I did something like that, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 3 times 2. That'd be 6 points for doing that. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that one. Discard the other one. Discard the top, and we get this one. Okay. That is Close Neighbors. Score 1 point for each space in your largest perfect square of spaces that contains no scoring conditions. Yeah, I don't love that, but I do love the mountain. Honestly, we have a perfect spot right here, but that wouldn't be covering something up, and that's what makes this game so hard. But I could also just do something like this. And then boom, we got another crystal there. Yep, we're going to go with that. Draw 2. Well, that's almost too many crystals, isn't it? Let's see what we got on the back here. That one's Land of Plenty. You'll score victory points equal to the value of your least valuable other scoring condition. So that would just sort of double the one that we have. Or this one. That's the problem. That would also just double that one. It's got a crystal on it. Maybe. That's a maybe. And number 4 here, Thriving Villages. Each of your village spaces scores 1 point for each different type of non-village symbol in spaces near it. Yeah, we're not really going for villages. I'm not crazy about that one. This has me intrigued, except for, again, you don't want too many crystals, because that will take away points. We do want some mountains down here, though. Like, if I were to do something like that, and we can always cover up some of these. See, that would be screwing up that one, but we could put something there. But we want this mountain. That would 1, 2, 3 spaces away. That's not what we want. Yeah, so this card doesn't exactly work. If we put it up here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't like it. I almost think if we did this one, could go like that. And that's just another crystal. But we really need to get some mountains going. Okay, I'm going to go with that. That will double, right now, just 6. So we need to get some mountains. That's basically what we need to do. Oh, here's some mountains. Perfect. Can we find a spot to put these mountains? Let's look on the other side. Okay, this will give us a point for each space that doesn't have a scoring condition in our longest line. That is not what we're looking for. This is what we are looking for. So can we make these so multiple of these crystals are 4 away from it? That's the trick. Got multiple ones. So like something like this, that doesn't work. Ooh, this is going to be hard. We can't cover up those scoring conditions. I could do something like this. Because that would be 1, 2, that's 3. So I could do something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And if I put something here, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we already have that one. Okay. This one, nope, that one's 3. Okay, I like that. That's good. So now we're getting these 2, picking 1. I mean, this is looking solid. We have all of these rows. So we have this row here we could work with. And we got quite a few columns that we could work with. Just in terms of like... I mean, yeah, we could even just like do something like that. We wanted to get something here so that could connect up. See, that would ruin that though. So that's not great. Let's see what we have on the other side just to make sure we don't have something great. Mighty River. Score 4 victory points for each space in your largest group of connected river spaces that touch end to end. Definitely don't care about that. And this one is Wilderness. Score 1 point for each river, crystal, wolf, and or elk space in your landscape. I mean, that makes our crystals each worth 1 more. How many points would that be worth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because we would put that out there. 9 with the forest. Yeah, definitely not worth it. Okay. Sort of like these mountains with this 1 crystal. Because if we could cook this up right. Ooh, so close like that. Can't go like that. Could do that. Oh, here we go. What happens if I do that? Oh, that blocks it. Yeah, we can't do that. What happens if I reverse it? That also doesn't work. That crystal is in the way. Now, if I did it like this, though, what does that get me? Still 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. This one isn't anything. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that one doesn't get anything. This one still has that 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets that one. I feel like that's the best we're going to do. I'm going to do that. I think that works nicely. And then we get rid of the top card. We get this card. And this is going to be our last card. There's only 1 card left in. You just discard that last card. And this is our last placement. So, let's see. That is Fierce Hunters. Score 8 victory points for each of your wolf spaces. That is 5 or more spaces from any village space or other wolf spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Nope, that's not going to work for us. We're just going to take this crystal. We could locate this crystal somewhere so it's exactly 4 away from the mountains. That would be ideal. Now, we could do it here. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, that's perfect. There we go. We are done. Now all we have to do is score it up. So the game comes with a pad and pencil. So first we're going to calculate our starting scoring condition. Again, this is Valley Guardians. Each of your crystal spaces scores 2 points for each mountain space that is exactly 4 spaces from it. Okay, so let's count it up. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That one's got nothing. 18, 20, 22. That one's got nothing. So I think, if I've counted correctly, I have 22. Now we'll go to this condition. That again is Ancient Relics. We're going to score 4 points for each crystal space that is neither near nor in the same row and column as another crystal space. And I think we've pulled that off with every single one of our crystals. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4, which is 32. No, sorry. 28. And then our last one here is just copying the least of our 2, which is 22. So our subtotal here is 72. But we have to subtract 1020 points. We don't subtract 10 for this first starting scoring condition. And so in the end, we got 52 points. And if we look in the rule book here, it shows that 50 or more is the top level. That's an outstanding play. So there you have it. That was a complete solo game of Confusing Lands. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.